Before the world said goodbye to Leon Russell, he carried a truth about George Harrison that most fans never heard, a truth that had nothing to do with fame, hit songs, or Beatle legend. It was about who Harrison really was when the spotlight disappeared. Here's the thing about music history: we usually remember the big moments, the concerts, the awards, the headlines. But sometimes the most revealing stories happen backstage, away from cameras. And that's exactly where Leon Russell saw a very different side of George Harrison. Back in 1971, both men stood together during one of the most ambitious live music events ever staged, the concert for Bangladesh. On paper, it looked like pure triumph: legendary artists, a powerful humanitarian cause, and global attention. But behind the scenes, the pressure was intense. Russell wasn't just another performer there. He was a seasoned studio musician, arranger, songwriter, someone who understood what real musical pressure looked like. And what he noticed about Harrison surprised him. Harrison wasn't acting like a superstar. He wasn't chasing applause or control. Instead, he carried a quiet intensity. While others focused on performance, he was thinking about responsibility: the refugees the concert aimed to help, the musicians depending on him, the enormous expectations tied to his name. Russell later hinted that Harrison absorbed stress in a deeply personal way. He rarely complained publicly, but you could see the weight on him. Long rehearsals, endless logistics, creative disagreements. Harrison handled it calmly, but it clearly cost him. And that's the truth Russell carried. George Harrison wasn't just the quiet Beatle. He was someone constantly balancing fame, spirituality, responsibility, and personal doubt. The calm exterior masked a complicated inner life. Russell understood that struggle himself. His own life was filled with physical challenges, industry ups and downs, financial strain, and periods where recognition faded. Seeing Harrison navigate similar pressures created a quiet respect between them. They didn't need constant collaboration to stay connected. The shared experience was enough. Their musical partnership was subtle but meaningful. Russell brought raw, grounded energy. Harrison brought reflection and purpose. Neither tried to overshadow the other, and that balance made their work together feel authentic rather than competitive. What makes their connection fascinating isn't dramatic conflict or constant collaboration. It's mutual understanding. Two very different musicians recognizing the same truth. Success doesn't remove pressure, sometimes it multiplies it. And maybe that's why Russell spoke about Harrison with such quiet admiration. Not because of Beatles' fame or solo success, but because he saw the human side, the effort, the doubt, the determination to keep going despite it all. So when people remember George Harrison as calm, spiritual, and reserved, Leon Russell knew that image was real, but incomplete. Behind it was a man carrying far more than the world ever realized. And honestly, that hidden reality might be the most powerful part of their shared story.